Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to give you some inspiration on how to use these patchworky prints that I shared a few weeks ago here on my channel. And the great thing is you need only one print or less than one print to create a whole spread. I'm going to combine this print either with the papers you've just seen or with the paper here from that old math book where I have stamped in, because I thought something kind of neutral will be perfect with these bold and bright colors of this print. And that's the nice thing about the patchwork prints. You have many different options on one sheet of paper, and especially for smaller collages and for art journaling, it's gorgeous. I will definitely link up the video so you can see how I make these prints in the video description and also in the end cards. I'm now having a look which colors I want to pick from the print, and I'm just tearing these or cut them just depending on what I want and lay them out on my art journal. The art journal I'm using is just a cheap sketch pad from the Action store. It's spiral bound and it has not very good paper in it, but I love it for collages, and if something does not turn out the way I like it to be, I can always tear out the page and throw it away. Some of you might comment now that they don't understand why I do double-sided prints, because then I have to pick one side that I'm going to use. The reason for that is that I save paper with this technique. And also sometimes I do folding projects where you can see the back side of the paper as well, not only the front side. And then it's quite nice to have it double-sided. And I also think often you don't really need that pattern, or sometimes you don't like a print very much or not every area of the print, and then you have the other option on the other side. It's just like when you buy a scrapbooking paper pad, they are always double-sided. I would say it's not something that I throw away. I would say it's something extra I have. I really like that math book I have because I can directly stamp into the book and it stores my papers, and that's so nice to flip through and pick some out, and it's perfect storage. That's also the reason why I started printing in a sketchbook. I already shared, I think, 2 videos where I do this technique. I will link this up as well in the description so you can check that out. Both of my sketchbooks are not 100% full, but almost, and I can't wait to fill them and then make a flip through video. And I haven't touched any of the prints in the sketchbook because I wanted it to be finished before I start working with it. Some time ago, I asked you if you prefer the collage process in the real time or in a speed up version. Some of you answered and told me that they like it in real time, and I will try to always do it in real time so you can see how the process is going. I just have to speed it up when the video becomes too long. because YouTube does not really like long videos. They don't work really well. And I think it's because not many people watch long videos and then they switch off quite soon, percentage-wise, and that's bad for my channel. And that's a bit difficult because without the viewers, I don't earn enough money through the YouTube advertising, and it's just harder to keep the videos up because it takes a lot of time to make these videos. It's there runs a lot of time not only into recording them, also into editing them, and I also make every voiceover twice, one in English and one in German, almost every video, and that always takes up quite a lot of time. Yeah, I'm now gluing down the papers. I already also like the backside that I'm adding the glue on here. And when I have a paper where I really love a back side and a front side both, I could always take a photo or scan it in and then just print it out or recreate something similar. I'm using the Tombow glue stick to adhere my papers just like I do it usually. Here I try to line up the pink area so it looks a bit cohesive. I also like to mix and match between a white torn edge or a not white torn edge. It always depends on the direction you are tearing the paper. I also really like cutout shapes as a contrast against the torn edges. Of course, I have a blog post for this video. It's posted over on our shop blog, and there you will find close-up images of the finished art journal page. I have cut off the overlapping papers, and here I'm adding some stamping with the numbers stamp, I think. No, it's not the numbers, it's the one with the tiny numbers. This one and the other one with the big numbers is my favorite go-to background stamp. I really like the handwriting of this one. On today's spread, I'm going to use one of our new collage leaves stamps as my focal image, and I wanted to make something for it to sit on, and therefore I'm stamping that circle from our Mix It Up #1 stamp set to one of the pieces of the jelly print. I'm adding some marks with a new color to my page in turquoise. This color matches up perfectly with the color of the jelly print, and I'm just adding this to bring in more texture. I have already stamped my main image, and I have used the Distress Ink Black Soot for this. I have inked up the stamp with the Distress ink, then spritzed it with water, and then I have stamped it to the paper because that gives a very nice watercolory look. And as the Distress ink is water soluble, I'm using alcohol markers to color in the stamped image. Off camera, I'm going to add some white splatters to my background before I adhere everything. I just don't have recorded doing it because it's just making some white splatters with white acrylic ink. I'm also going to use the words from that stamp set with the collage leaves, and I'm stamping them to the jelly print, to a piece that was left over, and this is going to be my sentiment for the art journal page. I'm now arranging everything on my page. I'm going to adhere the sentiments with the words with a glue stick, and I also wanted to have something for my botanical to sit on, and therefore I'm also using that same jelly print, and I'm just searching for some pieces that will match up the whole composition. Here I'm gluing down my focal image, and I will also adhere the sentiments, and you will see the finished page at the end and over on the blog. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you a lovely rest of the week. Bye!